Hey guys! Sorry I am a complete sweaty mess here. I just got back from my workout class, but I wanted to hop on and I wanted to do this video first before anything else because I feel like this is such an important day. They're really all important, but I wanted this to be posted early instead of putting it off any. So, we're going to talk about tracking, setting hours, and fitting it into your schedule and staying accountable to that. When you think about tracking the business, compare it to something else that you wanted to do, such as losing weight. What's the first thing you do? You're going to start counting your calories or whatever food you intake, the type of food you're eating, the amount of water you're drinking. You're going to start tracking how much you weigh, how much you've lost, how many inches you've lost. You're going to track all that stuff so that you can see what your progress is. And the more you track it, the more accountable you stay to it, and the more likely you are to keep producing and keep getting better and keep losing weight. So we do the same thing with the business. The more you track how many people you're talking to, how many friends you're friending, how many people you're forming relationships with, how many posts you're posting on your social media, the more you're going to stay accountable to it, and the more you're going to realize, oh, I only posted once to social media today. I need to get another post in. You're going to stick to it, and you're going to realize what your patterns are. So businesses work the same way. Nestle has made these awesome tracking sheets for us. It's a daily business tracker, and I'll link them above so that you can print some out for yourself. I highly, highly, highly recommend to print them out. Print multiple out and keep them. Don't fill out 1 week and throw them away. That's not what they're there for. They're there so that you can see yourself progress. Get a little notebook, 3-hole punch them, whatever you need to do. You're going to track things like your personal development. You're going to track your friends that you're inviting. You're going to track the volume on your team, how many friends you have on Facebook, because these are things that we tend to just kind of push to the side. But if you want this to be a business, and if you want to actually make a business income from this, you need to treat it like a business and become the CEO of your business. All CEOs know their numbers. All CEOs know what their profit is. All CEOs know what their volume is. All CEOs know what they need to do to get to the next goal. So that's what you need to be tracking. If you just work this business when you feel like it, or on a random day, or when you are just in the mood, well, that's when you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid based off of when you feel like it and when you're in the mood. And that's fine. Some of you might only want that, but some of you really want to make this work and have debt to pay off, have vacations you want to take, have whatever it may be, and this is what's going to get you there. I use Google Streak as far as tracking my actual prospects. There's a video in our album section that you can watch, and it shows exactly what I do. It makes it very simple for me to go through and friend people and form relationships with people and then invite them and follow up with them, whatever it may be. You can use a pen and paper. A lot of people use Teamsy. Google Streak is free, which is why I stuck to that. But find something that works with you and start tracking today. Start tracking the people that you sign up with. On the first day you sign up, start tracking those people. Please do that, because I promise you it's not easy to have to go back. If you do have to go back, it's possible, but the sooner you start, the better, and the easier it's going to be on you, and the more you're going to thank yourself later. Okay, let's talk about setting hours. A lot of times when we do a home-based business, we think, oh, I can work anytime during the day. I'll just answer messages as I get them, whatever it may be. If you want this to be a business, you need business hours. And it may be 30 minutes out of the day to begin with. It may be 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, 15 minutes at lunch, whatever it may be. Find something that works in your schedule and set those hours that's when you return messages. That's when you send out your invites. That's when you get down and do the nitty-gritty stuff. I work in Mom Pockets, and a lot of times I'll do the simple stuff throughout the day on my phone, such as if it's like a friend request. And then what I always do is I actually screenshot whoever I friend requested so that I can track it on my tracker later that night. I normally have like a 30-minute period during my son's nap during the middle of the day that I get more focused work done, and then I always have a power hour in the evening that after my kids go to bed, my husband knows it there, I go straight to the computer and I get to work. I schedule calls then, I schedule whatever needs to be done during that power hour time. And I focused during that power. I don't just scroll Facebook. I don't just like randomly kind of make conversations through here. That's my focus time. If I want to do like fun conversations with people, I try to do that more throughout the day because that flows easily. That's just a part of life. Whereas my focused hour, I use for the important things that take more out of me, such as inviting, following up, things like that. Figure out what your frog is. If you've ever read that book, Eat That Frog. Basically, it means that the one thing that you dislike doing the most, do that first. Get it out of the way. Eat that frog first thing, okay? I used to hate friending people. Like that was the hardest part for me for some reason in the very beginning when I was a Beachbody coach. And so I would do that first thing in the morning because I knew it was the hardest part for me. Now it's super easy for me and I don't even think anything of it. If people don't accept it, I'm like, okay, whatever. But now my hardest part that I always like to do first would be the actual inviting. A lot of times that ends up being the hardest part for a lot of people. So I don't necessarily do that first thing in the day because that's not my set business hours. But when I sit down for my business hours, that's the first thing I do. That's the first thing I get through because that's so essential to this business. So I try to eat that frog as soon as my power hour starts. Okay, just set your priorities. If you have a list that you can work off of what you need to do during those time-specific times, even if it's the 15-minute pockets throughout the day, you're going to be more focused and you're going to be able to get more done. I also want to highly, highly, highly recommend all of you to find an accountability partner. This is so important, guys. Nestle, Lauren, and I are accountability partners to each other, and having each other to talk to and having each other to we'll say, I'm really not feeling it today. I'm not motivated. And we like put each other in our places. And it works. And it makes us want to do something. Just like if you have an accountability partner that you said, I don't want to go to the gym. And they're like, no, you're going to the gym. You would thank them later. The business works the same way. So I highly recommend you finding an accountability partner. Both of you print this sheet out. And then whether it's at the end of every day or at the end of the week, take a picture of it and send it to each other. And if you don't do something on there, question them. Say, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you not invite anyone this week? Why did you not friend anyone this week? And it doesn't have to come from a hurtful place. It's coming from a motivational place that you want them to succeed. So don't feel ashamed in the accountability part of that, because that's there to help you. So I really, really highly recommend you finding an accountability partner. If you want, you can comment below that you want one, and then we can help get you guys matched up to someone who's maybe in your time zone and similar to you, and maybe the same type of life that you guys would, full-time working, you do this in the evening versus someone who is a stay-at-home mom that has more pockets throughout the day, just so that you can align up your talking with each other a little bit better. But that's all I have for today, guys. Like I said, print this out, use it, find a way to track your prospects, set your business hours, and find an accountability partner. Those are the 4 things that are major importance that you do, and let us know when you get them done below. Thanks, guys.